Hi, and welcome back to Jan's Views on Crime. Today, we're going to look even further into this Jay Slater case. The video that I put up a couple of days ago received a few interesting pieces of information, and it just makes me want to look further into it. Now, obviously, I've spoken on the three people that I watch to get most of my information from. I personally have not delved that deeply into the actual case, but I believe that the pieces that I put into my videos are coming from a correct source. So one of the sources is somebody by the name of Wax Unfiltered, and he put up an interesting video earlier on today about a TikTok medium. Now, do you believe in mediums? I guess it's a case of yes or no. In my personal opinion, no, I don't. I don't believe in them. But I am interested to hear what this medium has actually had to say about Jay Slater, because apparently she was contacted by Jay Slater. So let's watch a little bit of this.
Jay Slater. You guys have all been asking about an update on Jay, and as I was sat in between my clients today, I had him pop into my head, and I thought, oh.
I'm sorry, but the first thing that I think is, oh, so of all the people, all the millions of people on this earth, Jay Slater's decided he's going to come and talk to somebody who is also from up north by her accent. Yeah, okay. Now listen, I don't want to sound cynical, but I am.
Do I want to do this? Because I hate the backlash, the readings of more known people get. But you know what? I'm at the point now, if you don't enjoy what I'm doing, go to the next video.
She's got a point. You know, if you don't like her content, then just move along. You know, that's the beauty of having a phone in your hand or having a computer. Just switch over to the next video. But I just wanted to sort of put that out there, that don't you think it's a bit weird that this woman would have, you know, actually spoken to him?
Also, if your name starts with J and ends with SE King and you've got a problem with me doing this in my car, maybe don't block me from your lives and we can have a proper chat about it.
Okay, so she's got a bit of a bite. She's a psych with a bite. Okay, right now I'm afraid I haven't sorted out the timestamps very well, but let's just move on to this bit. Okay, let's see.
Videos went quite big on Jay, so he probably has an awareness that my energy has been invested in him, so coming through to me is like the natural next step.
Okay, so here she is explaining why Jay would choose her. Of all the millions of people on this planet, he would choose her. Okay, so she's explained that. Let's move along. Let's see.
He went, oh, don't ask me about that. Obviously.
Okay, so apparently she said to him, so what happened? You know, what happened when you were killed? And he was like, oh, don't ask me about that. Oh, okay.
It's one of the biggest things that everyone has on their mind. Like, what happened? Was there somebody else involved? And he went, I'll tell you that. Yes, there was.
I'm sorry, but anybody that has been paying any mind to this Jay Slater case will have already come to that conclusion. We all know other people were involved in it. That's why there are so many people still talking about it and so many people seeking to find the truth of what happened. So you don't have to be a psych to realize that. So I really don't want to sort of labour this point too much, because I don't want it to be a video just, you know, slagging off mediums. But I just thought we'd start with this.
He's very, very aware of that. And straight away he comes in with, I don't want everyone blaming her.
Wow.
And he's saying the way that people have come for my mother, I can feel his anger coming through me now.
Oh,
the way that people have spoken about my mother, she's just lost her kid.
Okay, so I think we're going to stop talking about that right now, because I don't want to come across as a huge cynic, although, yeah, obviously I am. So let's move on even further into, that was just a little sort of, a little nitbit into the Jay Slater story, and how there were so many people that get involved in it and are already involved in it. Actually, let me go back there a little bit, because there is a bit where another name comes up. So let me see if I can find it for you. Okay, so let's add you back. Right, this is the same person, and she's now bringing into the story yet another name.
Who it was in mind when I put my hand up to the camera. What I'm more curious about is whoever Amira is.
Amira. So there's now somebody called Amira that's been brought into the fray.
I have had messages from people local to Jay who are saying that they know who she is and there's something dodgy going on with her.
Right, so something dodgy going on with this Amira. Okay, so no doubt we're going to hear even more about who this Amira person is.
Wow.
And for those of you who are like, so do you think that he was murdered? I think that we can all see from what he communicated to me that Jay was absolutely not someone who just slipped.
Well, yes. I don't think you need to be a psychic to realise that. It's obvious, you know, sadly, it's very obvious that there was most definitely foul play in the death of Jay Slater. I mean, so now we're going to look at the link again with the Airbnb. Somebody has posted video footage indicates that Jay and his companions arrived at the apartment during the early hours of Monday morning. Approximately 1 hour later, another vehicle arrived at the same location and remained there for around 30 minutes before departing. This took place between 6 o'clock in the morning and 7:30 a.m. on June 17th. So here we've jumped over to Joseph Morris's channel, and let's hear what he has to say about this.
The first clue I wanted to share with you guys is about a mysterious white car that pulled into the B&B where Jay was allegedly last seen alive, even though I feel like he never made it there.
Yeah, I'm the same as Joseph. I don't believe he ever made it there. Not alive anyway. I think possibly they took his body there, but I really don't believe he was alive when he got there, if indeed he did get there. Another interesting fact is that allegedly, I've heard that this Ophelia woman who spoke to press is also a little bit dodgy. So hey, there's so many people involved in this, guys. It's insane.
But this was deleted from the Facebook group, and now only a screenshot of it exists. But Sleuth TB writes, quote, video footage indicates that Jay and his companions arrived at the apartment during the early hours of Monday morning. Approximately 1 hour later, another vehicle arrived at the same location and remained there for around 30 minutes before departing. This took place between 6 and 7:30 a.m. on Monday, June 17th. End quote. Now, this is very interesting because you can clearly see car lights in the pitch black on the road coming up to the B&B. And then it parks at the B&B for half an hour, the sleuth says. And I just outlined where this car is so that you can make it out yourself. It's very hard to see because, again, only screenshots exist. Okay, so it's there. And then it leaves right there after half an hour. So this mysterious car did this after Jay arrived. And the sleuth says Jay arrived before 6 a.m. because they were watching the webcams. So who was this additional car that showed up while Jay was there? One sleuth speculates, quote, probably to stage the fake Snapchat photos.
Yeah, I think so. I think absolutely. They've gone. I mean, there's been footage that I've seen where there's been 3 white cars driving up that road. Nobody's said anything about that. I just think that that's weird. Why would there be 3 white cars? Were they 3 cabs? I mean, come on, guys, tell us.
Can't believe all this is out there on the internet and UK police are not investigating it, end quote. While another sleuth writes, quote, there's a reason the Airbnb had a deep clean and external paintwork done before forensics. So do you guys think this car could be the missing piece to this puzzle? Because many feel that Jay's final Snapchats were staged at the B&B. Since
it seems that everything was staged. It honestly seems that absolutely everything has been staged since this happened. And yeah, it's just insane, guys. Anyway, I've said that enough. Right, so now I'm going to move on to the next section on his video that I think is really interesting, which says Jay's enemy returns.
In a bit, Tom Hilton returned to social media and just listen to what he had to say.
Did you know him?
Yeah, I knew him. Something happened a few years ago, and then because that happened, they started saying that I was involved in it. They searched my name up, found out I'd been in jail and that for car crimes, and I don't know, they were just, I don't know, it went about age. I don't even know why everyone's still talking about it. Like, it's boring now.
Yeah, it might be boring for you as you sat there in your lounge on your sofa, but it's not boring to other people that seek the truth, or I'm sure to Jay Slater's family. Honestly, the more I've seen of these youths that were involved in all this, the more I can believe that they're just up to no good. And it's frightening because these are the adults of tomorrow, guys. Just remember that.
Just trolling.
It's stupid though, like you were a young kid, do you know what I mean? He got took away from his parents. It's nothing to be joking about and stuff. It's fucking crazy.
So I will say in this clip, Tom seems very genuine to me and quite relaxed. Sleuths had this theory that Tom was allegedly in Tenerife to get revenge on Jay. So Jay and a group of his friends allegedly targeted Tom in 2021 with machetes. Jay's mom, Debbie, said that Jay was not a part of this altercation, but Jay merely provided his statement to authorities. So Jay was essentially just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and Jay ended up serving 150 hours of unpaid work, while the others received harsher sentences.
Do we believe that? Do we? Okay, so he just happened to be there. I mean, yeah, just unfortunate that he happened to be in that place at that time.
And there's this theory that maybe Jay, ratted his friends out. Jay actually went to Tenerife to celebrate finishing his sentences. And so some are wondering if maybe this created some jealousy amongst his friends group. Because sleuths such as Wax and Filter dug up that Lucy and Brad, Jay's friends, were liking Tom's pictures. And some are even on the fence if Jay was as close to Brad as everybody was making them out to be. And
yeah, I keep hearing that as well. How close were Jay and Brad and Jay and Lucy? I mean, every time you watch one of these videos, you learn something different. And there's something that I feel should be done 100%, is they should open this case in the UK. Maybe the Spanish don't want to touch it, but over here, they should open the case. As these guys have only recently just put up their new videos, I don't really want to show too much of them. I want you to go over to their pages, or their channels rather, which is Joseph Morris and also Wex Unfiltered, and give them a watch and subscribe to their channels. What I thought might be a good idea though, because you do learn a lot from the comment section, I thought maybe we could read some of the comments and see what people are saying. So somebody here says, so that's why Ayub created the story of moving his car to justify the second car. The footage of the car pulling into the marina where the lads run to the boat is gone. I bet it's the same white car. And that was some seriously creepy footage. Now, that's a really good point. So what they're actually saying is that white car was seen at the marina, and we've all seen that awful footage and heard Lucy May yelling, Jay, Jay, and don't stab him. I thought you weren't going to stab him. Do you remember that, guys? So what this person is saying, they're wondering whether that was the same white car that was seen there that then later turned up at the Airbnb. Very interesting, that. So somebody else has put, people will go into a lot of trouble trying to shut down the theory of Tom Hilton being abroad. They said he's on probation and can't leave the country. So to find out that he was abroad just leaves the door wide open to further speculation. And indeed it does, guys, doesn't it? When you realise that he was actually there, and I've seen something, I'm going to have to check it. Hopefully I can slide it into this video, where it is said that his father or a friend of his father was also over there. Oh my God. So somebody else has put, strange. Tom had head injuries when he was attacked. Then Jay ended up with head injuries. And also the guy ends up with similar injuries to his head from a motorcycle accident. Coincidence? Yes, I have to speak on that. There's another guy, same age, same area. I don't know if they were buddies, forgotten the boy's name, who recently died. Because they're suggesting that his motorbike was tampered with. You can't make this up, guys. Here we go. I'll play it for you now.
There is some new compelling evidence I discovered in recent days. A viewer on my last live brought up another strange accident involving someone who also knew Tom. But just like in the Jay Slater case, not everything is as it seems. So rest in peace. Tom's alleged friend, also from Rishton, was involved in an accident. But there's more to the story, as the sleuth has suggested. So poor 19-year-old Josh passed away after, quote,
same age, same area. I need to find out how big this place Rishton is, because I want to make sure that I never go there accidentally on a day trip. It's scary. All these 19-year-olds being involved in what? I mean, what exactly is going on?
Losing control, end quote, of his motorcycle at an off-road track with no witnesses. So this one viewer tipped me off that the rumor is that the brakes on his motorcycle were tampered with to cause this mishap. Strangely, and this is also a rumor I can't verify, his head was smashed in, which could have been consistent with something other than an accident.
Scary stuff, guys. Absolutely scary stuff. So let's just read a little bit more before I finish this one. Honestly, I was hoping to bring you a more sort of together, cohesive video today, but every single day more things come out, you know, about this particular part of England, and with all 19-year-old boys, it's scary. And somebody here in the comments has put, just heard another lad of 19 went missing on the 24th of July. on the 24th of July, 19-year-old Harry Brenton from Los Cristianos Hotel. His family are frantic for his whereabouts. And there's a reply under that of two crying faces. Guys, this is scary stuff. Okay, someone here has put, so Tom was not on a tag. He should have said nothing that was an alibi. He should have said nothing that was an alibi. That Hilton picture is the worst Photoshop I've ever seen. The lad on the right has no neck. Oh, don't know what that's got to do with anything. Thing is, if it's on here, can the police use the evidence? In my opinion, they all need to be questioned. It's utterly heartbreaking. It is utterly heartbreaking. It's insane. I've got to find another word other than insane. Okay, so now we're going to look at Rishton, which is where this all seems to be happening. It's scary. Right, so and this is on Wikipedia. We've got some lovely pictures of farmland. So I think we can safely say it's rural. I mean, the station's very small. It's rural. There's lots of greenery, nice little mock Tudor thing going on there. The town, it's got a National Trust place in the area. So let's click on here, Rishton. Okay. All right. Rishton is a town in the Hindberg district of Lancashire, England, about 2 miles west of Clayton-le Moors and 4 miles northeast of Blackburn. It has an urban district, or it was an urban district from around 1894 to 1974. The population at the census of 2011 was 6,625. So it's a small area, guys. This is the high street. This is the high street. Look at it. And it says Rishton, the main road, small former cotton town, now has Bentley and Lotus showrooms. I mean, but look at it. And that's the thing. That's the thing that's so scary, is that this is a lovely, quaint, typical English town. But there's so much that's been going on in there, guys. It is startlingly terrifying. So far, we know of what? A handful. It's more than a handful of people, guys. More than a handful of boys. Mainly boys. I know there are girls involved, but it's mainly boys that are involved in so much crime. Yeah, it says Rishton is situated in an area of low moorland, northeast of Blackburn and northwest of Accrington. So, I mean, okay, I just wanted to look at it and see what it was like. It's got a very small population of people, 6,625. I mean, it's just scary that it is linked to large cities such as Leeds and Liverpool, and it's got like a railway. It's got a railway station. So yeah, I mean, that's Rishton for you. Can't even say it. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here, guys, and plan to come back with more on this amazingly frightening story of what actually happened to Jay Slater. If you like the video, please give it a like. And in the meantime, you take care of yourselves out there, because trust me, it's a rotten old world. Cheers.